Oh, he knows that she knows. Uh-huh. She knows. He knows that she
What have
knows.
they told you?
Mm-hmm.
Try. I want to see it.
That's what she said!
Baxter. Did she really love him? I guess maybe she did. That's why she was so angry all the time. Only love can do that. Hello everyone, I am James. Welcome back to my channel, Jimmy Wren Reacts. We are back with Downton Abbey Season 4, Episode 7. Well, it looks like Mary's getting back into the swing of things. There's lots of other developments on the show. Let's get right back into it. If you've been here with me on this journey, thank you so much for your support, especially to my super patron, Glenn C. If you like this video, if you like this content, please give me a like or a subscribe. It really does help me out. If you want to see the full-length reactions, you can go to my Patreon. The link is in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. I still love the intro music. It is so great. Another telegram. They're still using Morse code, even though they have the telephone, you know? So it takes a while, I guess, for things to transition to the new technology.
His lordship is going to America.
So you mean you have to go too?
I can't leave Anna, Mrs. Hughes.
My being there won't make any difference.
They obviously feel it will. Maybe they don't want the Senate committee to think that Harold is some sort of wildcat driller.
And an English earl as a brother-in-law will make him respectable.
Wow.
I wonder if it's necessary for Mr. Bates to go with him.
Bates is in this house as his lordship's valet.
I know that, milady, but this is a special circumstance.
Oh, can't tell her.
If you wish to enlist my help, I must know the facts.
Oh my gosh, you can't tell her.
So you'll leave his lordship in the lurch and probably lose your job?
Oh man, I don't know what to think. I mean, he could go if she has a lot of support, but it's a really delicate time. Poor Anna.
I'm asking you not to take Bates. But Thomas was your valet the whole time Bates was in prison. He knows how you like things done. All those handsome stewards strutting down the boat deck.
Don't be vulgar. What do you know of such matters?
I've been married. I know everything. Can't explain it. If I could, you'd agree with me.
What?
Lady Mary has persuaded me you're more needed here, though why I couldn't tell you.
Oh, he knows that she knows. Wow. Uh-huh. She knows. He knows that she knows.
What have they told you?
It's not your fault, Bates.
You know what? I'm glad that Mary knows.
I thought I'd come to wish Lord Grantham good luck.
Everyone else is in the library.
Oh, Rose, my dear. wonder if I might please have a glass of water.
Mrs. Crawley.
Morning.
Good morning. Your water, my lady.
Something's up with Granny. Why would they just give her a glass of water?
I am a bit hot.
Oh, there's always empty cabins. Sure, we'll find something. Oh, I wish it were me. Well, when I get back, I want to find you happy and healthy and courting a girl from the village.
I like seeing them pack. It's kind of neat.
I do think you're going to rescue my hopeless brother as an act of real love.
That'll keep me warm as I cross the raging seas.
I wonder how long their journey will take. Or if they'll skip right through it. Maybe this episode will be about the journey on the ship. And then the next ones will be about the ones in America. I'm not really sure.
Says we can stay till we're done, but it'll be a few weeks more. I hope you don't mind.
Not if you make yourselves useful.
I don't trust those guys.
Goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, my dear.
I'm afraid my mind is on other things. Anyway, goodbye, Papa. And please try to enjoy yourself.
Good luck with the pigs. Rose, I leave you in charge of fun.
Oh, mission understood, Captain.
In charge of fun? Oh boy.
Tom, look after all my womenfolk, including Isis. Especially Isis.
Isis.
Goodbye, Miss Baxter. I look forward to a full report when I get back. Why am I going instead of Mr. Bates?
I don't know.
No, but that's what you're going to find out.
Oh no. I hate that they all want to find out this about Anna.
Well, that's a relief.
Is it?
Yes, I'm feeling rather ill.
Uh-oh.
Wanted him away before I keel over.
Oh no,
Sorry.
Granny.
Would you like me to come back with you?
Oh no. She looks sick.
Can I have a car, please, to take me home?
Oh no.
You have to understand what these people are used to.
No, they have to understand it's time to get used to something different. They think nothing needs to change. The owners must face up to that.
Oh gosh, this is going to be a real problem. I mean, they wouldn't make a big deal in the writing if it wasn't.
What happened to your politics?
They vanished.
along with a silly chauffeur chap named Branson.
I like how he makes fun of himself.
The MP John Ward is coming to speak in Ripon tomorrow at the town hall.
He's only here because Lloyd George thinks an election's coming.
Well, I doubt he has long, poor dear. Let's go. What do you say?
I'd say you better be nice to me.
From what I know, the aristocrats do not like Lloyd George at this time.
They've pieced together a little more. He arrived in Munich and signed into his hotel. That evening he went out and never came back.
Oh, my dearest one. Come here.
Tell her the truth. It would make more sense.
Of course you must go up to London. It would do you good.
Mama, can I ask you something?
Tell her you're pregnant.
You don't think I'm bad, do you?
Bad, no.
Sometimes I have bad feelings.
We all have bad feelings.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about
acting on them that makes you bad?
Oh gosh. What is she gonna do about her pregnancy?
I've had a letter from Alfred.
Does he mention us?
He's coming up to visit and he hopes to look in on his way home to see us all.
Really? Why should you care?
She thinks it would be nice to see him, Daisy.
Daisy, stop it. You're so mean.
She's going up to London tomorrow. I wondered if I could go too.
Why do you want to go?
Well, just to see some old friends you'd approve of.
She's not a very good liar.
Cousin Robert did leave me in charge of fun.
Oh my gosh. She wants to see her boyfriend.
If they'd taken your approach to their inheritance, instead of watching it being carted away.
You can't think we're doing that.
Well, no. He says you're aloof.
You were kind of.
I hope you stuck up for me.
Well, of course I did, but...
She had a reason, though. She's grieving.
Charles thinks I'm blind where you're concerned.
Wow, is he interested in her again?
What a bonus for Mr. Barrow. A trip to America out of the blue.
What did Mr. Barrow mean about expecting a report?
Oh. Mosley hears everything. Oh no, Granny.
Are you still awake? Something told me to put on my coat and walk over and check on you. I hope you don't...
She's not doing well.
How long have you been like this?
I really don't feel well at all.
I'm going now to fetch Dr. Clarkson.
Oh, no, it's too late.
Oh no, Granny.
I'm so bored of Mr. Blake's cold shoulder.
He hasn't warmed up then.
According to Mr. Napier, he finds me aloof.
You were aloof during your grieving period.
I heard you persuaded his lordship to let Mr. Bates stay here, and I'm so very grateful.
Then you know Mrs. Hughes asked me to intervene and told me why.
Yes, so she said.
We still can't find out who he was.
No, afterwards he just ran off.
Yeah.
But if you described him and ought you to see Dr. Clarkson, just to make sure.
Milady, I don't mind your knowing. I can't talk about it, milady. Not even to you.
Oh gosh, Anna is suffering so much.
I thought you liked the lad.
But we've had such trouble with Ivy and Daisy.
Alfred causes too much drama. Kind of, I guess.
I can do whatever needs to be done.
But she'll need proper supervision. Otherwise, there's a real danger it could turn into pneumonia. There'll be no let-up.
I know.
Oh no, Granny. Is something gonna happen to her?
It'll be too late to send him on his way if he gets here after 5.
Then I'll have to bite the bullet and put him up at the pub.
Oh, just let him come. He causes drama, then so be it.
See, there's flu in the house and he mustn't miss out on his course.
You're quite a plotter when you want to be, aren't you?
Oh no.
But
Tell me she gets better.
There must be something we can do.
We just have to stop it turning into pneumonia. That's the real danger.
You don't want the flu. You can't risk missing any more of the course when you started late. I booked you a room at the pub.
Why did Alfred change his plans?
Well, Mrs. Hughes
Because
won't
of
know,
you.
will she?
It's rather disappointing.
What do you mean? What have you got to be disappointed about?
Daisy.
Thought it'd be nice to see him. I don't know why.
Because you made his life a misery with your unkindness. Cold and vicious heart.
I don't think Ivy's quite deserved this.
Yeah, I mean...
You mustn't sleep. You must not let her temperature get higher.
I want another nurse. This one talks too much.
I'll look in later. Ring at the slightest change.
Oh no, don't tell me Granny's gonna be gone.
But what sort of errands?
Oh, you know, seeing friends, buying clothes, errands.
I hope Sir John Bullock isn't one of your errands.
Someone that they would be more shocked with.
I don't know why, Mama, let her come.
Darling, please tell me what's the matter. You seem so préoccupé lately. You mean you'll be out tomorrow night?
I'll be away. But I don't want Mama to know.
The last time you did this, you were with your Mr. Gregson, weren't you? So it can't be a repetition. Oh, my dear.
I mean, she kind of knows now, no? It's something major. Oh, man. This guy is romantic, isn't he? What a scene.
I'm so pleased to see you.
Rose, I like you very much. I want you to know.
But
Well, what can we hope to come out of all this?
just be in the moment. I don't know many men like you, and you don't know many girls like me. Let's enjoy it. Kiss me. Or
Wow.
don't you want to?
Oh, I want to.
This
Don't
guy.
you worry about that.
Wow. In public.
I've decided to get rid of it.
How terrible it is to hear that.
Oh, wow.
Please don't pretend you won't be relieved when I do.
You're not being fair. I will support you whatever you decide. Just as Cora will, and Robert. But what will you say when Mr. Gregson walks through the door with a full explanation for his silence?
Nothing.
Wow.
I am killing the wanted child of a man I'm in love with, and you ask me if I've thought about it.
It's her decision.
You do realize it is quite illegal.
Of course.
And dangerous. What will I say to your parents if it goes wrong?
You'll think of something.
Oh, boy. I can't imagine.
If you've made up your mind, I shall come with you.
Yeah, go with her. I can't imagine being Edith in this time, especially.
And Tom's gone off to a political meeting, so I'm afraid it's just us.
Did the pigs arrive?
Absolutely. Although unwitnessed by me, I'll go with Tom tomorrow.
Well, I'm curious to see them, and I'll be out all day. What about it?
Well, it's quite a long walk, but I don't mind.
So take
I was keeping it for a friend.
He asked to sit next to you.
Why don't I sit down? What happened to your friend?
It just seemed silly to keep the chair empty.
I'm glad.
New love interest.
What's happening?
This one's almost dead.
What? Why?
It looks dehydrated.
Isn't there a water trough?
They've kicked it over.
Oh, she's getting her hands dirty.
Why did you leave Ireland?
Sometimes I ask myself that.
Will you go back?
No, I better go. Thanks for the seat, though. Good night.
Maybe Tom will meet a new love. Granny does not look good at all.
Care whether I live or die.
There. This'll make you feel better.
At her age, those kinds of things can kill. Even today. Oh, they are working.
Oh. I'm fine. I'm fine.
I think he's gonna have a new respect for her, right? Since she's like getting her literally getting her hands and her whole body dirty.
But Lady Mary's still out with Mr. Blake.
I wonder what's taking the time.
Well, nothing like that.
I should leave the front door open with the key in the lock.
You're not frightened of burglars?
This is England.
Yeah, this is why Anna's story doesn't make sense.
Are they going to be all right?
I think so. I'll watch them for another hour and give them one more drink. But you should go.
I'm not going. They're my pigs.
Here. Take my coat. At least it's dry.
Is this guy another potential suitor? They have to have bonded after this.
What do I look like?
You belong in country life. Lady Mary Crawley, relaxing at the family seat in Yorkshire.
Oh, they're gonna be something, aren't they? He's like flirting with her. Oh, they didn't like each other at first, but now they like each other. Oh, she's gonna make him some food. She's not what he thought. She can cook. She can do work.
Who'd have thought it?
Wine and eggs.
I suspect Carson had plans for this, but too bad.
I don't deserve such attention.
You certainly do. You've completely saved our bacon. Literally. You're a practical farmer as well as a theoretician. Not sure I was expecting that.
So are you, Mary?
I didn't expect to see you as a cook and a water carrier.
A night of discovery.
Good discoveries.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
That's great. I like this side of Mary.
I love how they've all gone to bed without the slightest concern about us.
I'm ever so sorry, my lady.
Please don't apologise.
Wow, they've been up all night.
Please tell Anna I'll ring when I'm awake. Good night.
Good night.
I wonder what Ivy thinks. She's like, what the hell? They look so messy.
It's right. This is it.
It doesn't look very right. Well, here goes.
I hope it's a reputable, not a reputable, but a good doctor of some sort.
If you'll wait, the doctor will be with you very soon.
I'm sure it has to be very secret.
As long as he is a doctor.
I'm sure there are a lot of women who need this kind of a service at this time. They just can't talk about it in public.
You don't have to stay.
Of course I do.
It's not that I don't love him, you know. I do love him.
Still a child out of wedlock,
And I
which
would have
is
loved his baby.
really hard at these times.
Can't see over the top of this.
Yeah, what if he doesn't show up?
I don't want to be an outcast. I don't want to be some funny woman living in Maida Vale people never talk about. But you think I'm terribly selfish.
Please don't put words into my mouth. I don't know what I think. Except that I wish it were over.
Yeah, this is really...
I can't go back to the nursery. Not with Mary's son and Sybil's daughter waiting there.
She feels really guilty.
I won't be able to do that.
Not for a while.
It's gotta be really tough. She must be so worried and scared.
The doctor's just...
I'm afraid. I'm terribly sorry to waste your time, but this is a mistake.
Oh, Edith.
Are you going to tell Cora?
I suppose I must do at some stage.
If you want me to be there, let me know. I'm certain there's a way forward. Certain of it.
Well, the decision's been made now.
I mean, there are other things she could do. I don't know.
I'm afraid I slept rather late.
Have you remembered Tony Gillian's coming tonight?
Oh my god.
Did he used to be Tony Foyle?
That's right. Why?
We served together in the war.
Wow. All these guys that want Mary at the same...
Not a bit. Mucking in with the best of them. Only trouble for me is that I'm afraid it's increased the competition.
Oh my gosh. Everyone loves Mary now. Something about Mary.
Hello, Daisy. Hello, Ivy.
We've missed you.
I don't know about that.
Have you really missed me, Ivy?
Oh, I have. The place isn't the same without you.
All these public conversations that should be private.
I'm sorry now. I should have just come last night. Mr. Carson was being over careful.
Yes, I'm sure that's what it was.
All these lies.
Giving me something to think about, Ivy. And I will.
They should have just been honest.
I'm not ravenous.
She looks better.
But I wouldn't mind a piece of toast.
I'll ask straight away.
Wow. I'm so glad that she's better.
When you go, would you please take that mad woman with you?
That mad woman has refused to leave your side for the last 2 days and 2 nights. She was that nurse. Now that Lady Grantham's a little better, it's time you had a break.
I think she appreciates her, but she doesn't want her company 24/7. I'm glad that she knows that she took care of her.
Is the right place?
Well, if it isn't Mr. Gillingham.
Oh.
Come back. Pull up a chair and sit down.
This guy.
Baxter, I wondered if you could...
Oh my god. She froze.
Well, go on then, Gillingham.
She didn't even greet him.
Having fun and games at other people's expense.
Miss Hughes knows. Miss Hughes knows. Oh my goodness. What a nightmare for Anna.
So what are the chances for Downton?
I'd say they look bright.
But if Marion means to give it everything she's got, then that is a very considerable gift.
Please confront him. She knows. Please.
You said you were in here.
What can I do for you, Mrs. Hughes?
Nothing. You can do nothing for me. I know who you are, and I know what you've done.
Is he going to threaten her?
I'm afraid we were a bit drunk that night, Anna and I. So you're right. We were both to blame.
No, Mr. Green. You were to blame, and only you.
This guy, he needs to die. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Anna has to put up with him being there. Can you imagine? I can't believe. Oh my god.
I'd forgotten what a good game this is.
Yes, I'd forgotten.
Is she letting her win? I like that they're hanging out. So cute.
I spent half the day brushing mud out of his dinner jacket. Why can't he have his own valet instead of making work for me? Anna?
It's a pity, because I admire Nellie Melba. I'd have loved to hear her sing.
You must be joking.
Why?
Screaming and screeching as if her finger was caught in the door. I swear I couldn't take it for one more moment.
Oh my god.
So what did you do?
Came down here for a bit of peace and quiet, that's what.
Oh my god. I can't believe Anna has to sit across from that jerk. Oh my god. How can she put up with it? Okay. Baxter's like figuring it out. Figuring something out. Oh, Bates knows too. Bates knows. Oh my god. Oh, goodness. Makes me so angry. Alright. Wow. Okay, so that was season 4, episode 7 of Downton Abbey. What an intense episode. There are so many things going on that are really high stakes. First thing is, I can't believe that rapist is back. Tony's valet. I forgot his name. I don't need to know his name, but that guy, he needs to die. I can't believe that Anna has to put up with him sitting across the table. That is just unimaginable. It looks like Baxter and Mr. Bates are figuring it out. They're looking and seeing him, and he said that he went downstairs. Mr. Bates is putting things together. He looks pissed. He looks like he's gonna do something drastic, hurt him, kill him, I don't know. The other thing that really caught my attention is the issue with Edith. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe what she is going through. It's an impossible thing to go through, especially at this time. What she's trying to do is illegal. It's not even really talked about. It's her choice, and I think her aunt is trying to help her, but she's also making her feel bad. She did change her mind, so again, it's her choice. It's a really hard thing for her to go through. So I really feel bad for Edith. She doesn't even know where the father is, where he is, and what's happened to him. What a choice to make in this situation. I don't know what I would do if I were her. It looks like she's still pregnant. She has to either go through with it and tell her family, tell her mother. I mean, I don't think she would go back. It doesn't make sense for the story for her to go back and get rid of the baby. It seems like she's gonna keep it. Do they give kids away for adoption? I don't know how these things work, especially in these kinds of families and at this time in England. Wow, what an episode. Can't believe we're about 2 more episodes away from the finale of season 4. If you've been here with me on this journey, thank you so much for your support. If you like this content, if you like this video, please give me a like or subscribe. It really does help me out. Or you can watch the full-length watch-along episode on my Patreon. The link is in the description. With that, I'll leave you. See you next time. Bye now. Hello everyone, I am James. Welcome back to my channel, Jimmy Wren Reacts. We are back with Downton Abbey Season 4, Episode 8. Just 2 more episodes till the end of the season. I am really anxious to see this one. I can't believe that Tony Gillingham's valet, that jerk, is there in the house and Anna has to put up with that. Oh god, I hope that Bates finds out and he does something. I don't know if I want him to kill him. I mean, he needs to die, but Bates can't go back to jail or prison. Let's just get right into it. If you've been here on this journey with me, thank you so much for your support. A shout out to my super patron, Glenn C. And if you like this video, if you like this content, please give me a like or subscribe. It really does help me out. Or you can watch the full-length watch-along on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Without further ado, let's get into it. Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen in these last 2 episodes?
I assume Drew knows we're coming.
Yes, I sent the note yesterday.
So have the pigs recovered, do you think? They look in good shape to me after the shock of their arrival. Where did you learn about pigs?
We've always had pigs at Yew-Tree, my lady. Not many, but enough to learn the ways.
What happened to their pig man?
We'd like to know if you'd want the job.
Me?
It's asking a lot.
I can do it.
Let's give it a try, see how we get on.
I'm very grateful, my lady.
I thought he was the permanent guy.
Now just hope I can pay back a favour one day.
How nice of you.
Okay, that's the guy that took a loan, right, from Lord Grantham?
It's only me. I always feel that greeting betrays such a lack of self-worth.
It's only me.
If I don't get out of this house soon, I shall remember nothing but my number.
Then why did we walk to the Abbey this afternoon and hear how Robert's getting on in America?
Look at that sewing machine. What an antique.
I admire that. It's a real skill.
Mr. Milsley, is it true that you were a valet for the late Mr. Crawley?
And butler to his mother before that.
You can climb up again.
Maybe. But life kicks the stuffing out of you sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've had my stuffing kicked out more than once. Yet here I am, lady's maid to a countess. It can happen. Do you know if Mr. and Mrs. Bates have had a falling out?
Doesn't sound very likely.
Ivy, this is for you. Did you find those oyster shells for the kettle?
I've put them in. About time it were full of scale.
Oyster shells, get rid of scale? I didn't know that.
Don't rise to it. She just wants us to think her life's interesting.
Daisy, why are you so mean?
They're looking for candidates for the local council. Why don't you put yourself forward?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm not sure.
You could always read a bit about it.
Are you better now, Granny?
If you'd been to see me, you'd know.
Don't guilt her.
I'm not up to it.
No, Rosamond told me.
What'd you tell her?
What did she say?
Only that you needed a little cherishing, that's all.
Oh my goodness. Granny knows what's up. Something's up.
Mr. Blake has a softer side than we first gave him credit for.
I'm relieved to hear I'm redeemed before we leave for London.
I hope I'm forgiven too.
Are we too early?
Oh.
Bring them in, Nanny. I don't think anyone will mind. One moment, darling, while Mummy puts away her cup.
Oh, here, let me.
Oh my goodness. He's gonna show that he's good with kids too.
He's turning into quite a bruiser.
All these suitors for Mary.
Lord Gillingham telephoned today. He wants to break his journey home tomorrow night.
He'll be here again.
But I couldn't think what to say to persuade him not to. Do you think me very feeble?
It's not that, my lady.
Yeah, it's not that.
Then what is it?
Tell her, tell her.
It's nothing to bother you with.
Please, bother me.
Tell her it's time.
It's nothing to do with Lord Gillingham himself.
But then...
It's his man, my lady, his servant, Mr. Green, who travels with him.
He's the one.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
I must tell Lord Gillingham.
No, my lady, you promised.
I'll telephone him and tell him not to come. Or not to bring Green.
I'm frightened every time Mr. Green and Mr. Bates are in the same room.
You think if he guesses he'll do something?
Oh my God.
They'll hang him or lock him up and throw away the key.
Just restrain Mr. Bates. Put him in, like, I don't know.
Don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. Mooning about like a sloth underwater.
What's up, Ivy?
You know, I had a letter earlier. It was from Alfred. He says he wants to marry me.
What? Just like that?
When he were last here, made him hope that things had changed between us. He wants me to leave Downton and go up to London. Says he can find me a job.
Blimey. He puts a lot in a letter.
Oh my goodness. Alfred moves fast. But does Ivy want him? I don't know. Bates knows.
What were you saying to Mrs. Hughes?
Just that Lord Gillingham's asked himself for the night again.
He can't stay away.
Yes. It's a bit of a tangle.
Think she's sweet on him?
They're sweet on each other. But it's not as simple as that, is it? Then there's Mr. Blake.
I thought she didn't like him.
She didn't.
There's like 3 guys after her.
And Mr. Green? Have you gone off him?
Why do you say that?
You liked him so much when he first came.
He's on
You
to
thought
her.
he was funny.
Did I? I can't remember.
He knows he's testing her. Oh my gosh.
They're a grand addition. When they've settled in, you ought to consider dairy.
Another job for the splendid Mr. Drew?
I think he is rather splendid.
I don't want to marry Alfred.
Then there's no more to be said.
I won't care to tie myself down yet. How do I know what life has in store? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I wish you'd say, because it's clear as day you're up to something.
None of us know when Papa's coming back. But yes, we must tell her before then. In fact, I've had an idea. Well, if you're sure, then why not? We've already got friends of Mary's staying. Who was that?
Aunt Rosamond's coming.
She's coming to see how Granny is.
Somebody in the comments told me that they wear lavender after black, just kind of wane off of the morning. So I'm waiting for them to stop wearing lavender or purple. That must be a sign that they're over, not over it, but their grieving period is done. Not that it's truly done, but you know what I mean.
Good day.
He's going to see that woman. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. People are staring. That guy's staring in the back.
Don't do that.
You mustn't be so self-conscious.
Why should we attract any attention?
Well, that's their problem.
Oh my gosh. I know, but you're...
Isn't it time people knew that there are bigger and better values than the mean-spirited ones they live by? Are you playing tonight?
I wouldn't be here if I were. so I can stay for as long as you want.
Well, I want you to stay forever.
Wow.
I was thinking about a couple of people who are in a situation which is going to cause trouble.
Will it make them unhappy?
It's hard to say. It'll make some people unhappy.
Yeah.
I thought I might make some coffee. Would you like a cup?
No, thank you.
It's just coffee. You won't have to surrender any of your independence.
You win. Milk but no sugar.
That's how I like my coffee. Milk, no sugar.
I do know what it's like to feel fragile.
Baxter, she doesn't seem like an evil woman.
You'll have realised by now that down here we don't much care for Mr. Barrow, which may offend you. But I wish you'd give us credit for making up our own minds about you.
Oh, that's nice of him to say. It means that he doesn't hate her. He likes to give people chances.
Hello.
Miss...
Bunting. Sarah Bunting.
And this is Mrs. Crawley. I met Miss Bunting at the political meeting you sent me to.
I didn't know then that you were the land agent and son-in-law of our local milord.
Do you live around here?
I work here. At the school. It was nice to see you again.
Oh, is she a teacher? That's a new interest for him. That's the kind of woman that might be good for him.
So I missed him when I telephoned.
You did your best.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Can I have a word?
Oh my gosh, all these secrets!
I've seen something, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong about it, but I'd feel uncomfortable if I kept it to myself.
I'm all ears.
This morning in Thirsk, I saw Rose. She was meeting a man. I saw her as she reached up to stroke his cheek.
Oh, golly. Who is it this time?
It was Jack Ross, the singer with the band who came up for your father's party.
Now she knows it's more serious. Anna.
Don't give me away, Mrs. Hughes, please. I can get through it.
No, you can't.
My maid said you were waiting in here.
I think I know how I can keep the baby.
What?
Adoption?
There's a tenant farmer whose family's been at Downton for years. I'm sure he can be trusted.
This is very reckless.
Well, what would you suggest?
That we go away, you and me, on an extended trip to somewhere. Then the baby can be adopted by a childless couple in that country, and they are made very happy, and the baby is happy, and you are at least free.
But I wouldn't be part of its growing up. Why is my idea so reckless?
Suppose the farmer talks. Suppose you're seen visiting his home, which I presume is the idea. Suppose the baby looks like you, and people in the village notice.
Yeah, those are all valid points.
You know Lord Gillingham is here.
It's time to tell Cora.
Trying to take control of the bazaar.
While I'm here, we can discuss a plan that I'd like to get settled. I've always wanted to speak better French. So I thought I'd take a few months off, go to Switzerland, while Switzerland is so clean. And they have wonderful hospitals, in case we get ill.
We?
I wondered if Edith might like to come, keep me company. I'll pay.
What do you have to say about that?
I'd like to.
What an offer.
Oh, well, why not? Golly, life is full of surprises.
I mean, it's a good thing they're rich, because ordinary people could not do that. That is crazy.
So we won't have to tell her.
I don't think we need to.
Can you really afford to spend 4 months reading novels in the Alps?
Why ask the question when the decision has been made?
Yeah, there could be worse trips. I would go.
I gather you've launched into pigs these days.
Yes, and their arrival was quite the adventure. Mr. Blake and Mary were the hero and heroine.
Is this what you wouldn't tell me about when I was last here?
Lady Mary was perfectly splendid.
Lady Mary is perfectly splendid.
Oh my gosh.
Are you a pig expert as well?
He was that night, thank heaven.
Oh, Lord.
We're going on a sabbatical so that we can really improve our French.
But why you? You don't want to learn French? Or is this an incognito search for the missing Mr. Gregson?
If you must know, I fancy getting away for a bit.
Like Lord Gillingham, thinking his way round the Highlands.
Grandmama. Granny knows what's up.
So you're glad you're on your way to London?
It'll be all I can do to stop singing when I get in the car.
Where do you live when you're there?
His lordship's got a set at Albany.
Is that handy for the West End?
You're joking. Piccadilly one end, Savile Row the other.
Lucky tyke.
I am a lucky tyke.
What about you, Anna? Do you fancy a taste of Mr. Green's life?
I'm happy where I am, thank you.
Oh, God. How can he just sit there? Oh, this guy needs to die. Not by Mr. Bates.
Parenting an adult, especially when it's someone else's daughter.
Actually, I want a word with her. Rose, darling, can I drag you into my room for a moment?
Oh, time to confront her, too.
This is early for you to go to bed.
I had a rather tiring day.
Well, I heard you had an interesting day. Whether or not it was tiring, you know better than I.
Who told you?
All I want is for you not to lose control of your life.
I love him. I won't listen to any imperialist nonsense about racial purity.
Don't you know me better than that?
I'm going to marry him, Mary. And I don't care what it costs, and I won't keep it a secret. Not once I've told Mummy. I want to see her face crumble when she finds out.
Rose.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What a disaster. Well, they shouldn't be ashamed of their love, but she's doing it for vengeance or something.
I'm so grateful for your advice and wisdom, and not least for the very practical and muddy pig rescue.
Glad to be of service.
That'll be a memory forever. They really bonded.
It was kind of you to give them a lift.
Pure self-interest. I couldn't leave Charles here alone with you.
You're engaged, man.
Will you let me see you when you're next down south?
What would be the point, Tony? I'm never going to be your mistress. That's not me at all.
I've made up my mind to call off the engagement.
Really?
Does Mabel know?
Not yet.
You better hurry up.
But I wish you'd think seriously before you do.
You mean you're going to turn me down again?
I've told you I'm not on the market, Tony.
She's not wearing lavender.
Sometimes I almost wish I were, but I'm not. And that's all there is to it.
Her words don't match her outfit.
Well, if it were my choice, I should never be away from here.
Can I ask you one thing? How do you feel about your man?
I'm still not very keen on him. Why?
Get him a new one.
We better get started. So, this really is goodbye.
Not for long, I hope.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Jeez, this competition is crazy. What's so great about Mary? She's alright. There's moments that I really like Mary and moments that I really am infuriated, exasperated by her.
Sorry to see them go. Oh, sorry as Mary. What's a group noun for suitors?
A desire of suitors. Very good.
If you're going to talk nonsense, I have better things to do.
Look at all of them smirking at her.
I've posted the letter.
Well, he'll probably still come. He's got to be in Yorkshire for the funeral, whatever you've said.
Whatever she said to who?
Just tell her.
Tell me. I know you've got a secret. Alfred's asked me to marry him.
But she's turned him down.
So his heart's broken properly this time. Are you satisfied now?
Daisy. You're becoming a grumpy old woman, Daisy.
But it's not why I asked you here.
Oh?
She knows.
I want to know what you were doing at Downton.
Why shouldn't I come to Downton? I grew up here.
Edith is to be cherished, but you don't say why. You and Edith are retreating to the continent for several months.
Granny knows.
So you can improve your French. Rosamond has no interest in French.
That's her mother.
Isn't it time one of you told me the truth?
Tell Granny. Granny should know.
If I told you the truth, Granny, you'd never speak to me again.
Then you have told me the truth.
So he'll be here for the bazaar? It's not going to be very easy for Daisy.
I thought I'd give her the day off. You won't mind, will you?
It's you who'll do the extra work, not me.
When's Cousin Robert coming back?
I don't know. I wish I did. We've had no word from him in days.
What's going on with that anyway? We haven't heard anything about or seen any scenes from the trip.
What is it?
Oh, I've got to tell someone or I'll just explode.
Engagement?
Someone what?
Oh, Mary, what do you think? I'm engaged.
Holy crap.
Can you join me for luncheon today? I've got Lord Merton coming.
Mary's godfather.
Cora is too busy and Mary's chucked.
For what reason?
Suddenly she has to be in London.
Mary has to go to London?
I'm a feeble substitute for the entire Crawley family.
Yes, but you're better than nothing.
They love each other.
What's the rush?
Lady Mary has to go to London.
Why?
I'm not sure, but she wants me to go with her.
She's gonna confront that guy.
When will you be back?
Tomorrow evening.
Come on, Mr. Bates. It's time for him to do something.
I'd like to go to York tomorrow. I hope you don't mind.
You've got no duties here. Why should I mind?
I'll make a day of it and set off first thing if you've no objection.
He's gonna go see that Mr. Green guy, right? I think he said he lived in York? This music.
You're a bit of a shrimp, aren't you? I'm a shrimp with muscles, me. We'll find that out on Saturday.
I've already got one of those.
It's not your sort of thing.
Oh, Mosley's gonna beat him.
You've been busy, Mr. Mosley.
Oh, I like the bazaar. I always enjoy it. I hope you will.
Mosley and Baxter. No?
If you'd rather avoid him, I won't mind.
Could I go see Mr. Mason?
That's a good idea. Stay away as late as you like.
Look at those sandwiches. Those are good.
But I swear if you knew, you'd approve.
What's this? What's happened?
Mary has to go to London.
It's no big thing. I'll be back tomorrow night.
Can I come?
No,
Well, why not?
because Mama needs you here.
Rose is suspicious. You know what? I trust Mary if she's gonna go confront him.
Is there anything wrong?
Car's packed in. My friend's gone for help.
Would you like me to have a look?
What a coincidence.
Just on my way to Skipton to see some suppliers. Compare prices.
I thought that when the agent was a cousin or son-in-law, he had free shooting for life, but others did the work.
To quote my wife's grandmother, you've been reading those socialist newspapers again. I came to Downton to be the chauffeur. Now,
he knows cars.
That was a splendid luncheon. A husband is told so often he's going to die first. You never think you're going to have to manage on your own.
I doubt Dr. Crawley would have managed any better.
I'm so interested he was a doctor.
Well, I must be going.
Let me take you. My car's outside.
I can easily walk.
I'd like to. Please.
Then, thank you.
Everyone's like, what the heck?
So were you still the chauffeur when you married?
that's a long story.
I know she died.
Though everyone knows.
She must have been a very unusual and independent person. It's nice that they asked you to stay, to make your life here.
I've a little daughter, and it seemed the right thing.
Still, it makes me take a kinder view of the family.
Oh? What do you have against them?
Nothing. But as a rule, I don't really warm to their type.
I don't believe in types. I believe in people. Now give it a try.
That's nice of him. It's convenient, though, that he ran into her.
Rosamond is right. I do not know this, Mr. Drew. To keep the child here would be like a permanent sword of damage.
But I can't bear the thought of giving it away. And if Michael turns up?
If you want my advice, start again.
Larry's in banking and Tim's in the diplomatic. So nothing very startling there. What about yours?
Matthew was a lawyer.
Oh, has he given it up?
He's dead. I thought you would know that.
I'm terribly sorry. I'd forgotten for a moment who you were.
Don't worry, please.
How is Mary?
Her godfather, right?
I heard they were well suited.
Yes, they were happy, which makes the parting worse, but gives you strength in the end.
You, maybe. Not me. Lady Merton and I were not exactly meant to be together. I envy you your wonderful memories, but I can't pretend to match them.
Huh. That's her love interest? That's interesting. Okay, well, here they are at the club.
Is Mr. Ross here yet?
Who shall I say is calling?
Rose's cousin.
What's she gonna do? Like, threaten him? Pay him off? Just try to convince him?
Da 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 da. Da da. Lady Mary, I was wondering if it would be you.
How did you know someone was coming?
Rose telephone. I just made some tea. Would you like a cup?
Thank you. Mr. Ross, are you sure about this? Marriage is a challenge, even when everyone wants it.
You mean in our case, they'll all be trying to pull us apart?
Tell me, do you think she loves you?
Don't you believe in us?
I believe in you. I'm not so sure about her. Mostly, I'd say she wants to shock her mother, whom incidentally she hates.
I think that's true.
That's what my mother said. She said Rose must be proving some point. It may come as something of a relief for you to hear that I will not be marrying Rose. I don't want to spoil her life. I don't want to watch while people point at her and jeer and love her. I want her to be happy.
So you'll end it?
Yes. I should probably have stopped it sooner, but at any rate...
Really?
So will you tell Rose, or shall I?
I'll tell her. I'll write to her.
Wow. That's too easy.
It doesn't mean I think it's right. I wouldn't give in if we lived in even a slightly better world.
If we lived in a better world, I wouldn't want you to.
So she wishes it was a better world and they could be happy, but it is what it is.
I don't want a lot.
I've told them that.
How are you?
She's wearing purple again.
Anna, I've decided to see Lord Gillingham. I'm sorry, but I must do something. I'll ask him straight out to dismiss his valet. I won't say why. Green simply won't be back at Downton again.
Oh, Bates is going to do something before any of that happens. He's going to go and he's going to at least beat him up.
Will you come? Give you a chance to meet a few people from the village.
Is it not just the estate workers?
Oh, no. The whole area gets behind the church bazaar.
You're very lucky, you know.
Nobody's ever called me that, least of all myself.
To grow up in a village where people know and like you, where your family's respected. There's plenty who give an eye for that.
Huh.
I'm not used to feeling lucky.
Well,
oh,
you should be.
Baxter has a backstory, doesn't she? I want to know more about her. She seems nice, actually.
3 left
Like a match.
Should you be doing this?
Why? What are you afraid of? That I'll lose the baby?
Oh man, that is dark. Oh God.
I'll sack him if you insist, but you should tell me why. It's only fair.
I don't know if it's fair or unfair, but I can't. He's done something you'd find abhorrent.
What a place to give the news. This is a elegant place.
You wouldn't think it mean if you knew the truth.
Well, I believe you. I love you, and I believe you.
Oh my goodness, this is complicated.
How did she take it?
I'm so pleased you asked. I think the answer is with real style.
I hope he's telling the truth.
And now can you get the bill? I'm terribly late.
I won't give up, Mary. Not until you walk down the aisle with another man.
Well, she's not wearing lavender or purple. They're slowly phasing it out.
And do what I ask with green. And please, let me know when you've done it.
He will for her. But something's gonna go wrong. I think Bates is gonna intervene before all that happens.
These came this morning from Lord Merton. They're for you.
Surely not.
Yes, he sent me some too. These came with them. I've read the card. He asks forgiveness for his tactlessness. Was he tactless?
He didn't mean to be tactless.
Oh my gosh.
How nice.
That is nice.
Quite surprising, but very nice.
She's comparing.
You took your time in York?
Yes. It was quite a long day.
Anna's like, you were in York? Why?
What were you up to?
Oh, this and that.
Oh my god, what did he do? I want to know. Oh, look how fun that is. I love a good old-fashioned church bazaar, especially all the food. Wow. Oh, that's great. Rose, she's not happy.
Got his letter then? You're so disappointing, Mary. I thought you understood, and all the time, you're just like my mother.
No, I'm not. If you're going to complicate your life, do it for the right reasons.
Tell those people where they're supposed to park. Wait a minute. It's his lordship. His lordship's back.
He's back. He didn't even write or anything?
How can you be here? Why didn't you send a message? We would have made such a fuss.
I wanted to surprise you, and I think I have.
Oh, Papa, you should have let us know. What happened to Uncle Harold?
A reprimand, but nothing more.
How was it? Interesting. Very modern. Very interesting.
Interesting.
Have you missed me? Because I've certainly missed you. Good to see you back, Lord.
You're back. I can't believe it.
If you knew how many times I'd imagined this scene.
I wonder how long it's been. A month? How many weeks?
This is a treat. Been a what?
Look at that scenery. Looks amazing.
I'm sorry if I've stayed away.
Nay, no apologies.
Oh, they're having a nice picnic.
You're all that I've got left of my son. Whether you come here or not, this is your home.
I do love it when I come.
I'm glad.
What a nice place to have a picnic. That looks awesome.
Is Ivy about?
I'm just here.
Oh gosh, Alfred. You're hopeless, man. You're hopeless.
I read your letter.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
No, I'm sorry. It was my mistake. We can part as friends.
We can as far as I'm concerned.
That's good.
Is Daisy here? I wanted to see if she and I could be friends and all before I go.
She's gone to Mr. Mason's farm for the day. She won't be back till late.
Oh.
Daisy, are you here to avoid seeing Alfred?
Ivy's turned him down again.
What does Mrs. Patmore say about it?
To stay away so I don't meet him.
I would advise against that.
But why? I thought you'd be glad if I stayed a little bit long.
I wish you'd stay and never leave, and I hope you will one day. But Mrs. Patmore's wrong.
Miss Patmore likes to avoid things.
Many people that you love in your life, and he's one.
I don't know what I feel about him.
Even so, you need to say goodbye to this young man. With nothing jagged, nothing harsh between you.
I couldn't think of the words.
We'll find them together.
Man, he gives such good advice. She's lucky to have him in her life.
There and look for him. I'll support you.
Where the heck is he?
Done all that. Police and private detective.
We better find out next episode.
Sometimes I feel that God doesn't want me to be happy.
All life is a series of problems which we must try and solve.
Yeah.
Until at last we die.
Oh, that's morbid. That is dark.
Why don't you get us an ice cream?
Yes.
Ice cream.
That should sort it out.
Ice cream solves a lot of problems. I could use an ice cream right now. That's cool. They're all having fun.
Isn't that Lord Gillingham?
Yeah.
Well, can't be. Where?
What's he doing there?
What does Miss Lane Fox think about it? That's what I wonder.
I agree.
Well, perhaps she doesn't know.
If we know, she knows.
Something happened with Mr. Green when you tried to sack him.
Green? But how can he be dead?
I'm only telling you what they told me. That he was in Piccadilly and he slipped or stumbled. Fell into the road.
Oh my god.
It just seems so odd after our conversation yesterday that I felt that I should bring you the news myself.
Oh my goodness.
I don't suppose it's a good sign to find you back at Downton.
You mean he fell into the road and he was hit?
By a bus or lorry, apparently.
And someone saw this?
The pavement was crowded. Lots of people saw it.
That's a relief.
My gosh. Bates, did you do that? You know what? At least he's dead, but...
Why are you back in Yorkshire so soon? Can I ask you something? If you thought a man was involved in a crime, but you didn't blame him, in fact, you thought right was on his side...
But you don't believe he was wrong?
No.
Well, I'm guessing in the dark, I suspect I would say nothing.
That's not fair. It's waiting. I won't manage it if Jimmy can't.
Try. I want to see it.
That's what she said!
Baxter. Hey, I think they go well together. I don't know. Wow.
That was cheating.
How is it cheating?
It's in the arms. It's all to do with the swing.
Good job, Mosley.
Anything to tell me about life since I've been away?
No. Nothing's happened.
Leave her alone, Mr. Barrow. We don't want any bullying brought back from overseas, do we, Miss Baxter? Are there any stalls you'd still like to see?
Oh, he's like very protective of her. I didn't see this coming. Thomas against Mosley? Dude, Mosley. Good job, man.
Down with prohibition.
You can't mean you never had a drink all the time you were there.
Harold has his uses. Bring him over next summer for Rose's coming out ball.
Why?
Oh. Her favorite person.
Oh.
Patmore, leave her alone.
I'm glad you're here to say goodbye, I really am.
I've brought you a present. Mr. Mason's made you a basket full of things, and he's put some cider in too to keep you going on the train. I told him we were old friends, so he did it for you.
That's nice. That is so nice.
Not being a fool. You've always been so good to me, Daisy, so true, that I could never see it.
That's kind of you to say. I loved you, Alfred. I'll not deny it.
Really?
And what I felt won't come back. It's time for you to go your way and me to go mine.
But you wish me well.
Oh, I do, Alfred, yeah. So well. Friends, forever.
Alfred's tearing up.
Friends forever, Daisy.
Did she really love him? I guess maybe she did. That's why she was so angry all the time. Only love can do that.
Daisy, I'll just get this off and pop in the pantry for my apron.
Oh. See, you've got to let her deal with it, Patmore, not avoid things. She's a grown-up now.
Well, that's that then.
Do you know, when you brought up that basket, I was so proud of you. I felt like crying out. If you were my own daughter, I couldn't be prouder than I am now.
Oh, that's nice. That's so nice of you to say, Miss Patmore. Oh my gosh, they've come a long way. They've come a long way. That makes me so happy.
Perhaps to my surprise, since I left, I can't think of anything but you.
To your surprise and my surprise.
I mean, they bonded.
I'm only asking for a chance.
I'm flattered, Charles. and even moved. It might be kinder to refuse you now and let you off the hook.
I'm afraid I couldn't allow that.
He's gonna be persistent?
Not without putting up a fight.
Everyone loves Mary. Oh gosh, she's gonna find out what Bates did, or I don't know. I mean, he must have done something.
What are you still doing here?
I wish I knew what you were up to yesterday. Why did you go?
I wanted to get away.
You'd never risk everything we've built together.
Certainly not. You know me, when I do a thing, I like to have a very good reason for doing it.
He had a very good reason. Are the police gonna show up? Someone must have seen him do something if he did something. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he hired someone. I don't know. That's too risky.
And now, as the prodigal husband home from the sea, let me raise a glass to my extraordinary wife, who can clearly manage far better in my absence. Cora. Lady Grantham.
Cora.
Mama.
This reminds me of the season finale for season 1.
And now I'm afraid I should be going.
It was so kind of you to come.
I'll see you off.
What? So complicated.
Menage has that turned into while I've been away?
You missed a lot, Lord Grantham. Look at them all staring. Oh gosh. Okay, so that was season 4, episode 8 of Downton Abbey. So much happened in that episode. I don't know where to start. I can't wait to see how the season ends. The main thing I want to know is what happened to Edith's beau. What happened to him in Germany? I suspect it's something not positive. I think it's something bad. I have no idea what it is. It is a weird time in Germany after World War I, and I'm wondering if it has anything to do with that. It could be something like he tricked her the whole time and he abandoned her. That'd be crazy too. Really enjoyed the change in Mary. She's become more likable as the season has gone on, and understandably, she was in mourning. She was not doing well. She was depressed, but it seems like she's gradually stopped wearing black and then stopped wearing lavender and purple and ended up with light colors. Of course, there's a bazaar going on and everything, but yeah, it reminded me a lot of the season finale for season 1, but it didn't end anything bad. It ended a very happy note. There's so many issues that are brought up in this episode. The issue of abortion, of interracial marriage. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to think about. It's really interesting to see how these things played out during the 20s in England, the cultural differences between England and America. I grew up in America. I have a very American point of view. It's so interesting to see these things, and of course this is just a TV show, but it's still something that I find fascinating to see the differences in culture. Even the nuances, the way people talk, the way people communicate, express themselves is something of an education for me. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the season finale. If you've been here with me on this journey, thank you so much for your support. If you like this video, if you like this content, please give me a like or subscribe. It does really help me out. Or you can watch the full-length watch along on my Patreon. A link is in the description. And with that, I'll leave you. See you next time. Bye now.